graduates, family and friends, VCU staff and faculty. Let me first say congratulations, class of 2016. It has been a long and difficult road full of trials and tribulations, successes and accomplishments, discoveries about technology, as well as yourself. We salute you for developing a goal and committing to do whatever it takes to achieve that goal, no matter what the cost or the sacrifices. I want to congratulate all of you. To the families and friends who made it here today, of the graduates, thank you for your commitment. Thank you for your encouragement, your inspiration. And you too can celebrate because this is also an accomplishment for you. Congratulations to you as well. This has been an exciting year, hasn't it? The world is changing. Cleveland and Chicago won national championships, not national championships, but NBA and the Major League. 5,300 Wells Fargo employees were caught stealing. Microsoft acquires LinkedIn for $26.2 billion. Apple fights the FBI over iPhone encryption and security. Samsung Galaxy Notes are on fire, literally. Britain exits the EU. The US is auctioning its airwaves to make room for faster mobile phone connections. We use precision gene editing to develop these disease-resistant and drought-tolerant plants. We're genetically engineering immune cells. And the presidential election. Well, that truly has been interesting. All of that didn't just happen. It wasn't all of a sudden, and neither is me being here. I accepted this invitation to speak to the VCU engineering graduating class of fall 2016, understanding the burden of putting your recent hard work into context for your future and our future. For weeks, I searched for the most appropriate series of statements, frame of reference, personal experience that would have the greatest chance of being well received by everyone in this room. I considered the standard commencement speeches. You know, the most popular one, go out and conquer the world. You've done well at VCU, that is true, but there are a few things I want you to know. Never forget those days in the dorm, the late night study sessions, the stall seat journal. Yeah, we know about those. What I do know is that John Glenn died. I think he died yesterday. He had a quote that I want to mention today. The happiest of people, the vibrant of doers of the world, almost always those who are using, who are putting into play, calling upon the greatest of their God-given talents and capabilities. That didn't quite capture what I wanted to say today. I could also remind you that you were born into a world where the World Wide Web was already in place, the Human Genome Project had already began, and gene therapy was an option. Those pioneers had vision, grit, a passion to make a difference, very much like you. The class of 2016, one of my favorite all-time quotes, "You are not a visionary if you have ideas. That makes you a dreamer. You also need the audacity to act and the faith to get started." Even that didn't quite capture what I wanted to say to you today. Then I made a very personal list of the top 50 lessons that I've learned. But because this is a public event, I thought that wouldn't be quite necessary, and it would be my first and last commencement address. So I decided to do something really adventurous. I thought for you, I'm going to consider something that maybe you'll think about for many years to come. So consider this my love letter to you. I shouldn't make any assumptions about whether you know what a love letter is, right? I mean, so this is not completely and entirely a late night text. Are you up? What's up? You back yet? You know, those kinds of things that you do. See, they're laughing at them. One of the most important tasks in developing a love letter, in my opinion, is to think about the persons you love. And so I did that. I thought about you. I thought about you and what you mean to VCU. And it came to me what the message will be today. And it came to me as I watched the movie with my 5-year-old son. You're very important. This message is partly inspired by the 2033 graduating class. That is when my son will graduate from college, so you can thank him for this one. I promised to watch a movie with him, and we saw this animated film called Meeting the Robots. Has anybody seen that? That's right. The main character is a guy named Lewis, 12-year-old brilliant inventor, who was an orphan, and he thought no one wanted him. As an orphan, he was rejected and interviewed by 126 families. He was turned down every time. In this film, his quest to find his birth mother sets the stage for an amazing joyride of failure, scientific problem solving, and the use of boundless ingenuity. I want to focus on the perspective of failure. This is not a failure speech, it is a perspective of failure speech. Failure is not a dirty word. Failure is not shameful. Failure is not only for one person or group of people. Failure is a part of life. If you have not failed, you are not living. As Muhammad Ali once said, a man who is not courageous enough to take risks will never accomplish anything. He knew that in order to succeed, you must first put yourself at risk to fail. In fact, failure is what we all experience, and it is that which makes us stronger, more determined, willing to try new things, more receptive to feedback, more open to working together. In Silicon Valley, for example, where they have the most millionaires and billionaires per capita in the US, a hiring committee looks at an applicant pool, very strong and diverse applicants. They view the applicants very differently from what we have, typically. They see applicants who have failed at startups over and over again. What you see as a blemish is what they see as an advantage. They actually value the experiences that come from failure. My concern for you and every other graduate, hence the reason for this message, is that fear of failure could potentially destroy your love of learning. There are so many self-help books that talk about the overcoming failure and dealing with the fear of failure. I encourage you and plead for you to embrace it. Embrace the failure and learn from it, and never fear it. In my life, I have taken many risks, many calculated risks, but the risks, nonetheless. I've had a unique opportunity to work with so many people. I've visited the White House, I've circled the globe. It has been an awesome ride. And what has stumped me the most at times is when I have observed people who shift their failure onto other people. And that's something all of you are going to have to deal with. You know, it's not my fault. I wasn't there that day, or it wasn't my job. You've heard that before. Even worse, they throw shade onto others, and they use it as a shiny object to distract everyone from what really took place. So the members of the 2016 class, you're going to have to learn to deal with overcoming diversity and dealing with that specifically. You're going to need to deal with breakdowns in communications, financial burdens. And here at VCU, you've done a tremendous job in all of these areas already, which is why we're here today. I have learned so much more about me, my people, my work, and the spirit of mankind when I own up to my own failure. You will be pleasantly surprised at the compassion from others and their willingness to help you get over the hump. At the same time, I also believe that you should recognize and celebrate your successes. I'd like for you to go further than that today. I want you to do something different. I want you to also be willing to share in your successes. Yes, I want you to share in your successes. So right now, I want you to get up and I want you to share your success with these folks who've come here to celebrate you right now. you to the families and friends who have supported you. There's another famous quote: if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And that's what we're doing. We're going far, and we're going together. If you, the class of 2016, want to be respected, respectable, and a respectful leader, then I believe that owning your failure and sharing your successes are the two most important attributes that you can have. At the end of this animated movie, after the popcorn and the Twizzlers were destroyed by me and my little man, there is a quote that shows up on the screen, one by Walt Disney, and it captures my message for you today, and that is, around here, however, we do not look backwards for very long. We keep moving forward, opening up new doors and doing new things, because we are curious. We are engineers. Curiosity keeps us leading down new paths. Class of 2016, congratulations on your accomplishments. Thank you for choosing VCU Engineering. Thank you for the memories. And remember, failure is our teacher, not our undertaker. Thank you very much.